Hello, everyone. Uh, Hope everybody's doing well. It's cold up here. I'm in Ohio, so I wish I was down south, but it is what it is. I'd like to talk about a couple of things that some people get, some people won't, some people like, some people want. It's nothing personal. It's just my thoughts and feelings. I want to tell you a story about this young lady. She decides she want to have a family, and her and her partner went to the sperm bank, got their little withdrawal, and she ended up being have a successful pregnancy and had a child. Okay, the problem with that is the lady that was her partner, they broke up. So she wasn't working, the other lady was a provider. Well, she doesn't want to work. So what she decided to do was find out who the father was and who donated the sperm, which she ended up finding out, which is a legal issue. I don't know much about that, but when she found out who he was, she took him to court, got child support out of him. Now, I don't really agree with that. First of all, she need to get off her ass and go to work because she decided to have a child. But the case that man who was just for whatever reason donated his sperm, now that's gonna throw a lot of other men off to think, well, maybe I shouldn't do this. Okay. And you guys make up your own mind about that. Was she right or wrong? I personally think she was wrong. Okay. Now, when you decide you want to have a child, man and a woman, you're going to deal with this issue. Okay. If you can make her a mother, then why you can't make her your wife? You know, old school thinking, you know, I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's very logical. But you have these people out here making all these children, but not taking care of them, not marrying a woman. Now, if you don't love them, I mean, okay, I get it. But then you could be making a child with them either way. Now, for you crazy women, and I'm sorry I got to call it crazy, to say you got 3 kids, but you don't want to date a man that has 1 or 2 kids. Why? Because he can't afford to take care of 5 kids? You don't know that. Okay. So you're eliminating a possibly good mate for you because he has 2 children. What's most important is he taking care of his children? Is he in their lives? And does he have the means, if he chooses to, choose you and take care of your 3 kids as well as you? But then you also have to help too, because you know we as men, we want our own family. Okay, you know, silly as it may sound, there's still men out there that wants a daddy's little girl and a son to be named after them. Okay, that's what we live for. Not everybody, but the majority of men. Okay, but think about this: you have 3 children, so to speak. Okay, 2 or 3 different baby daddies. Okay, now to me, that's a red flag. Okay, because you don't have you. There's no consistency. Okay, and it makes you look promiscuous where you have 3 different baby daddies for 3 children. Okay, now whatever the circumstances, okay, everybody knows whatever. Okay, but if I don't have any children, and let's just say I turned 40 and I've been concentrating on my career, now I'm making good money, and my career path is set for me. Now I have a lot of options open to me. Okay. So for you to say you don't want to date a man with kids, okay, but here I am prepared to do whatever. Okay. Why would I pick you to begin with? Children are a blessing. I get it. Okay. But they also could be what we call an issue or liability because let's just say you have a daughter, and you get a man in your life and he seems to be great. He's taking care of her. They get along fine. But one day he makes her mad and she says, well, he touched me. Now, everybody's going to lose their mind, whether he's guilty or not. The thing about it is, that's a horrible accusation, and it's a lot of drama, and possibly violence comes from that, you know? But yeah, it could be simpler. Like I said, she got mad at him or whatever. Well, the damage has already been done. Your relationship is over with. And he's not going to want to deal with that situation whatsoever. On the other hand, if you have children, say he has one child and you have one child, okay, and the children don't get along, okay, that's going to be an issue too. So understand why men want their own family because they don't want the drama. Okay, now I'm not saying all men. I know quite a few good brothers that accepted women that had one or two children, and either they didn't have children or they may have one or two. But the shittiest thing to do is to sit there and tell that man he doesn't have children, but he's taking your child, under his umbrella protection and providing for them. And he said, all I want is a child of my own. And you telling me, yeah, okay, cool. We'll have a baby later on. But then your tubes are tied. What kind of shit is that? Okay. And I know somebody personal that it happened to, and they still married the person, but it wasn't never a total all in because to me that's deception from day one. Okay. So it took a while to get over that. Okay. Now, it's not guaranteed that it's gonna work out between a man and a woman or whatever, and you're gonna have kids, you get divorced or break up or whatever the case may be. Stop this shit of turning these children against the other parent. They moved on. They get on great in their new life. Okay? You have to move on. Man or woman. I'm not picking on anybody. Okay? But to sit there and turn those children against that parent is not right. And trust me, when it all comes about, sooner or later, they're gonna resent you for it. Now, and that being said, no child is grown until they are grown. Okay? And what happened between that man and that woman is none of their business. Okay. So move on, try to get along for the child's sake, because it's no longer about you. Okay. It's no longer about y'all. It's about the children. Okay. Leave a child in a child's place. I don't care how old they get. It's none of their business what happened between that man and that woman. Okay. Period. Take it to the grave. Now, something else I want to talk about. Ladies, I'm gonna pick on you a little bit. Stop saying I don't need a man if that's not how you truly feel. Because to me, it's just simply a matter of, oh, I don't need a man. No, you haven't found the man you need. Does that make sense? Okay. Because you are looking, okay? But you can't be looking for perfection, as I always say. You got to look for what's perfect for you. And you have to compromise, because not everybody is perfect for everyone. Okay. You're gonna have to make, I don't mean settle. I said compromises. Okay. There is a difference. Now, I know you're frustrated and you're quick to say there's no good men out here and all this, whatever. Okay. But what is the term that you ladies, high value man? High value man ain't got a damn thing to do with the number of zeros in his bank account. It's got to be with the substance, dealing with the substance of that person, whether they're loyal, you can trust them, you know, they will protect and provide for you. Like I said, when a man rides and die for you, you won't have to ask him for anything. He'll freely give it. But also suckers out there that you can sit there and bullshit into doing whatever. But most men that are true to the game, and when I mean game, I'm talking about some of the games that are being played, you're not going to be able to fool them. Okay. Now they'll hit it, but that's all it's going to be. And they'll drag it out, especially if it's good. They're going to drag it out until they can't drag it out anymore. But they still ain't going to marry you. Okay. Now, if you're looking for a man that's making $500,000 or whatever, and you work at Walmart, and don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking out where you work at. Okay. An honest living is an honest living. Nothing to be ashamed about. But if you're making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, but you're quick to say, I want a man that's making $500,000. Well, a man that's making that much money is usually 40, 45, maybe 50 years old. Okay. So why would he want a 35, 36-year-old that has two or three children and he doesn't have any children, and trust me, making that kind of money, he has a lot more options than you do. They make the rule, that's just the way it is. Okay? So why would he get a grumpy ass, got 3 children? If you want to drop and go on a trip, you got to find babysitters. And why would he do that when he can find a sensible, non-judgmental, non-combative woman that's a little younger? He know he can have his family with. Okay, so why would he choose you? Okay, the competition is fierce. So you got to be a shiny dime compared to all those dollars out there. Okay. And then you got the nerve to eliminate yourself by saying, I don't want a man that's making $80,000. $80,000 is nothing in your life. Okay. It's a nice living. Okay. And you pool your resources, you're making 6 figures. Okay. Think about that. You can have a nice life, not in California, we know that's totally different. But depending on where you are, $130,000, $140,000, you can have a good life. Okay. So stop setting your bar up here. Well, well, anybody that's up here, you're not gonna come down here. Okay. But you're gonna have some men that are true men, what I call true men. They don't care what you make. Okay. They don't care what you do. Okay. Now, people don't like strippers. Me personally, I don't. As long as you're doing it for a valid reason and not trying to get the bag or whatever, I don't see a problem with it. But again, I don't see a problem with it because it's your choice. But with your choice come consequences. Because me personally, and just I'm speaking for myself now, I would not date a woman that was in a strip club unless, okay, I get it. She's trying to go to school, and at this particular point in time, she's just trying to make money to go to school. Okay, I get it. Don't agree with it, but I get it. Okay, because even though your intentions are good, it's no man wants to sit there and say, "Ooh, hey, that give me a lap dance," or "Ooh, she was in the VIP with me, man. We did some things." Well, that's true or not. Still, no man wants to hear that. Okay, so I get it, but understand when you make that choice, and we all go by choices and consequences. There's a consequence of those actions. Okay, now here's another thing that I want you ladies to think about. If we're just looking for a good woman, okay, like I said, we really don't care what she makes. You know, we don't. But if you're sitting there trying to bullshit me saying, well, I'm a good woman, this, I'm a good woman, woo, 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 okay, fine. See how far that's going to go when it comes out because it will come out eventually. You're in it for the money. Well, as soon as I have a child, I get 18 years of child support, or I'm going to quit working. That has to be established up front, okay? But if you're working to take care of your 2 or 3 kids, what the hell makes you think you're gonna stop working and me take care of them and you? Oh hell no, that ain't gonna work. Not in any country, not in state, city, whatever. I mean, that just doesn't make sense because now that tells me you're selfish. It's me, me, me. I don't want to work. I'm gonna lay up here in the bed and sleep, whatever, and order Chinese or whatever the case may be. And then when he comes home, I'm gonna tell him, hey, bring something home when he come home from some restaurant or whatever. You know. And speaking of that, I get it. I get this. I don't agree with it. If you have a child, okay, and you're maybe daddy, and you bring in food for your child, I get it. That's your child, okay. And nothing says you have to bring any food for anyone else. Okay. And ladies, quit trying to make them bring food for your other children. They're not his responsibility. But brothers, it's okay every now and then. If you go to McDonald's or whatever and you get 3 Happy Meals or whatever, your child will be fed. And it's just compulsion to feed the other 2 child. Well, they're not feeling well. There'll be animosity between the other two and their child or your child. So it's a choice, and it's a difficult one. It can be complicated, but that's the right thing to do every night. I ain't say you got to do it all the time, But every once in a while, I get it. But women are under no circumstance are you to tell me, well, don't bring your child any food if you can't bring my little child. Now I would tell you to go ahead, okay? Because that's my choice, you know. Now, excuse me, when a man is making that kind of money, 500 grand, and like I said, you know, 10% in this country are making six figures. 3% is making 250 and above. 1% is making half a million and above. Really, I think it's like 450. Okay. I got a lot of options. A lot of options. Okay. And like I said, it's not really all about money because if he wants something, he can get it. Okay. Oh, what can you get a man or give a man that has everything or has the ability to have anything he wants? Okay. Draws, he can get anywhere. And you know what I mean by draws. He got his pick of thousands, if not millions of women. Okay. And remember, there's more of y'all than it is of us. And the fact that we got some shitty ass men. Yes, we do. Just like shitty ass women. So the point is, the pool is getting smaller. Okay. And now you're making it smaller because you want somebody that's making six figures or higher six figures. So now you went from this to this to this. Now you're this. And that's just about zero chances of you finding a man that's high dollar, high value, monetarily, okay? And what do you think you're going to find? Because some of those guys that make that kind of money, are assholes, you know, and not pushing that. I make a very good living, very good, okay? And I've earned it, okay? And if I was a single man, I would not be looking at, oh, honestly, servers, some of them, make good partners or wives or whatever because they're dealing with different attitudes every day. And I want you guys to think about some of the things I'm saying. I'm not the most intelligent person in the world, but I think I'm pretty smart at sometimes in some things. Okay, people that are in that industry, nurses. Okay, people that are in the caring industry. As I said, there are good ones, there are bad ones. But people that have that nurturing spirit in them, or care about a person's feelings or emotions or whatever, they make very good partners most of the time. Okay, most of the time. When you sit there and say, "Okay, I'm educated, and I'm educated where I deserve this," no, you have to earn it. Nobody deserves shit. You got to earn it. Now, I'm gonna get off topic a little bit, but I want you to think about this. I can't tell you what career to go in. I can't tell you what field of study to go to school for, but I want you to think about this. This world is saturated with nurses, psychologists, IT, financial planning, things like that. And I'm speaking to my brothers and sisters now, okay? Sisters. And I can speak personally to this. I'm an automation engineer, okay? I love what I do. I get paid very well for what I do, okay? And my field is very high demand, okay? Do you guys realize that for what you go to school, let's just say nursing. How many nurses are out there? Ladies, do you know how many engineers are out there? Controls engineers, automation engineers, black automation engineers. First of all, uh, the numbers are, I think it was 15%. No, no, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. 5%, okay, that are women. Less than 1% are black engineers. Less than 1%, okay? This industry is limitless because everything is going to automation. Okay. If you put in an application or put out your resume out there, you get called every day, all day. Okay. And not just certain industries, all industries. Okay. So I just want to put that out there as a little tidbit. Okay. Stop going for these useless degrees. And I just, I'm engineering, I'm talking about women because there's not a lot of, I don't even know one. I take that back. I know one, you know, and that's it. So if you want to make money, good money, okay, and you're using this and not your back or what's between your legs, okay, just a thought. Now, getting back to what I was saying, if I want to sit there and say, well, I would like this kind of lady, okay, and she has to be smart, and when you start putting like, you got to be all this, your list is like that long, you know, it's never going to be fulfilled, okay. Men are the same way. Some of us, and I'm not going to say all of us, they can say, well, she's got to be pretty, she got to be fine, she's got to make this, she got to have this, she got to have her own house. Now, you're never going to get all that, okay? You're looking for fool's gold. You're never going to find it, okay? Make your list more sensible. Like I say, make it make sense. Because if you take a woman, and when I say average, an average woman is not an ugly woman, okay? An ugly woman is not an average woman. Yeah, he crazy as hell. No, I'm not. Because when you get past their physical attributes and start looking at substance, their heart, and how they carry themselves, okay, it makes the choice really easier, okay? And we all make stupid choices. Well, it happens to everybody because we were looking for something that we thought was what we wanted, and no, it wasn't, okay? So you can't get mad. Well, you can, but who are you going to get mad at? If you choose to go after the Miss America, okay, and you get a lump of shit, it's your fault, okay? Ladies, what is so bad when I said you're going from here to here about having a man? I'm not talking about looks, I'm talking about substance, who's you think is a average man, okay? Get past that. He can be a high value man because he can make you laugh. He'll know that, or you'll know that if something happens or you were in danger, he would sacrifice his life for you. No damn amount of money can buy that. None. Okay. So what's more important? Sitting up in a $500,000 house, you know, can't keep the damn lights on because he's trying to keep you in fucking Dior and Chanel and Cartier and Gucci and all that, or sitting in a nice middle class home. You got a nice ride. You got money in your pocket. You can go on trips whenever you want to go. Okay. And you can enjoy each other instead of worrying about, oh God, no, you know, he made some bad investments, so we might have to start getting rid of some shit. That's more stressful than not having any money because you don't have it. Well, shit, you don't have it. What you gonna do? You can't control what you can't control. You can't do anything about it. Okay. Me, okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I like my life, my lifestyle. Okay. But I was just as happy making a lot less than I was. You know. But what was more important to me is my family. Okay. I'm telling you, nobody wants to struggle. But when you struggle together and you come up together, that's the real living. That's the real high value because you did it together. Okay. That's what's most important. And you goddamn single women, leave these other women alone. Because a single woman will keep you single. And I'm sorry, that's a little bit off topic, but I had a conversation today, whereas this guy was take this young lady out, and she's like, "Girl, he ain't she, he this and that. He working just like you working. He make the same amount of money." Wasn't that bad? Okay, I think she was interested in because he chose her, and she got attitude. So now she trying to, so to speak. So anyway, I hope you guys listen to me. I hope you learn something. Okay, and most of all, change the narrative. Change what you think is a good choice. And thinking a high value man, okay, you're sleeping on a lot of good brothers out there. That's why you say ain't no good brothers out there because you're looking up here. A lot of cream right here, okay, a lot of cream, okay. And if you slip on it, just think that could be you being happy, okay. You got to get past that, okay, because if and trust me, there are some snooty ass and bougie men out there. If I'm this man that's worked for this lifestyle, not for corporate America or whatever, what would I want to date somebody for you? Or you thinking you can be my wife when your ass hanging out, your titties hanging out, you know, and you projecting something totally different. And in corporate America, I didn't make the rules. That's not acceptable. And you may be a good woman, okay, but how does that look? Okay. And I can dress the way I want to. No, you can't. Okay. Why should I take you serious if you don't respect yourself? Okay. You're coming out there, what you're presenting is what I see. Okay. Now you may not be that, but then why are you dressing like that? Okay. You're attracting the wrong choice. Okay. So deal with the consequences that you're gonna get from attracting that wrong choice if you bite on it or you indulge it. Okay. So in saying that, I hope I helped a few people. If you enjoy what I had to say, subscribe to the channel. If not, just leave a comment. If you disagree or whatever, like I said, I'll respond. I don't take it personal. You know, I'm just trying to help and maybe enlighten a few people. So you guys have a good evening, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.